Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm just gonna go straight into it. I don't unfortunately have a lot of time to film today, but this is my second week, the week of 31st of January, that I am doing my cash budget videos here for YouTube. This helped me so much last week. I did find a few things that I didn't quite have right, and that's really amazing reason for doing a budget is you can kind of figure out what you're not planning for accurately. And so I feel like I've improved a bit for this week, and I'm really excited to kind of show you all what I have been working on this week. If you saw last week's video, my very first one, you'll notice this is a little different. I changed out the colors. I mentioned, I think, last week that I have an Etsy shop and I make budgeting printables. This is not telling you you have to go buy them. I mean, if you want to, it's linked, but this is just to say that's why it's a different color and stuff, is this is one of the printables that I sell, and it's for springtime, and I've been changing out like decorations in the house for springtime, and so I thought it'd be fun to change out my printable here. And then I also got some new stickers. This is something that I tried to print. They're not printed very well. It's a DIY job, but you know, I had fun doing it. So with that said, I guess let's get right into it. So my income for this week was $558.55. So to me, that was a good, decent amount. I know for some of you that's very little, but that is why this is considered a low income. It's because I don't make much. That's about as much as I ever make per week. So for bills, I don't keep these in a cash envelope. This goes straight into a separate banking account that keeps all of my bills and utilities money, so it's separate from everything else I do. But I put $411.55 into that this week. So how I do this is I just take the amount I have, I take the money for the rent, and then I just divide it by 4, and that's how I get these amounts per week. So per week, I need to save $411.55. I do have some emergency funds set aside if I don't have that amount that I make each week, since I do have discretionary variable income, that's the word. But I did manage to get all that this week, and so then go straight into cash envelopes. For this week, I'm saving $42 for this. Oh, let me scoot this all over here. I have a small table. I do apologize. This is the biggest table I have to do this on, but it's still quite small. So I'm not saving any in groceries. I got some cash tips. I think I mentioned last week I do shipped, which is groceries deliveries, and I got some cash tips. So I put that into groceries. And so we can go straight into date, which is getting 10. This is a little more than I think I would probably save each week. This is one of those funds that if I don't make a lot, the date fund is getting I guess a few of these is getting not as much as I would like. So personal is 3. This is just me being able to spend this on whatever I want. I won't lie, I tend to spend it on like takeout, like fast food, going through a drive-through, because we don't really have a set fund for that. And I sometimes just don't feel like cooking, and then we'll just go through like McDonald's dollar menu or something and get me something from there. So gas is $10. This changes each week since I do drive for my job. I just have to kind of keep an eye on my gas, but I just filled up my gas tank, so that should be plenty for next week. And then this is just for receipts. I need to get that coins. I forgot my little coin jar. I'll have to get that next week. Let me sit that up there. And then, so the rest of these are still cash envelopes, but I don't need to keep them with me every week, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't need my clothes or my toiletries or home decor or pedicures every single week. So I just kind of keep them in with my first sinking funds. I do have more than one sinking funds. I think I just said sinking weird. I apologize. I do have more than one sinking funds binder, which is really where the cash envelope system works best for me. But I just kind of keep these with them, and then I can just take them out whenever I want to go buy clothes. That helps me to not spend this on other things. So with that being said, clothes is getting $4. I do like these new stickers I made, but I'm really bad. I've never made stickers before, so I'm really bad at printing them. As you'll notice as we go along, some of these are decent looking, and then some of them, like this is cut off, and then some of them even have like little white lines where I didn't match it up well. But, oh, like this one. Here we go. So like this is one of my, my challenge. I didn't make it all the way to the bottom. It still works. I'm okay with it, but I did kind of have to laugh when I printed them. And then, you know, I already spent the ink, and I didn't want to have to print the new ones just for kind of those aesthetic reasons. So I kept them, but I do kind of think they look pretty, and they kind of match one of the printables that I have, which I really like, which is a navy and gold look. So I had fun making them. Anyways, I apologize. Pedicures is getting $4 this week. I don't think I did pedicures yet. If I'm $4 short, I guess I'll know where to go back to. I get so into talking that I don't really think about it. I do have space to where I could like write the amounts for each one, but I'm not going to do that on camera because it just makes the video longer for you to watch, so I can do that separate afterwards if you're wondering what this whole area is. And then there's a spot up top where I just write the amount for each cash envelope for each category as we go along, and that just helps me keep track of finances. So anyways, Toiletries is getting $6. I don't really need any toiletries anytime soon, but you know, that's something that you're always going to need, so it is important to go ahead and start saving for it. And then home decor is getting $5. This is not a necessary category, so another one that if I'm tight on money, this is getting booted for the week. But I like to make my house look like a home. So even if I don't have a lot, I want to save up for that. So we are now getting started in the sinking funds area. So I'm saving $95 in that this week. So car maintenance and registration is getting $6. I do have an oil change coming up that I need to save for, because since my car is necessary for my job, you know, it's really important for me to be on top of those things. Debt snowball is getting $12. So funny story, when I went to the bank this week, I did not do my math correctly for like how much to make. I was like $5 short, and the poor bank lady had to be like, your math does not add up. So does anyone else have that? Does that leave a comment? Let me know if you struggle with basic math when budgeting, because apparently I do. I just kind of had to laugh it off and be like, sorry, yeah, get me the extra ones, you know, and whatnot. So I think I have extra ones because I've also been adding some tip money to this. So I won't be using, I think, all of it, but I'll be using most of this. Because since I don't rarely ever, excuse me, that sentence did not make sense. I rarely ever get tip money, but then for some reason this week I got a lot comparatively. So I've kind of just been adding it. I need to figure out a system of like where to put it to then add to next week's budget. Anyways, you probably don't care. Retirement is getting $6. I do have retirement funds. They don't have a lot in it, but I firmly believe, you know, just doing what little you can. I use Betterment since I don't really understand investing right now. And Betterment's one of those like auto portfolio type of websites, and I've really liked it. So every couple months I'll take this money out and just add it to my retirement fund. Seth's apartment. Seth is my boyfriend, and he's in graduate school to be a physical therapist. In a few months, he's going to have to go into clinicals, and we don't know where yet. Excuse me, I just got hiccups. And so he's going to be working like a full-time job, but not making money for it because it's for studying purposes. But then he also has to pay for an apartment to live wherever in continental America he is going to be to do those. So he is saving money. Most of it he's going to be paying, but I thought I would save some money just to try and help a little bit, because that's not going to be a fun time financially for us, and we're trying to be prepared for it. Emergency, $3 this week. I have an emergency fund, which I think I mentioned, but I want to grow it, add more space. With being low income, finances can be a huge anxiety. I don't know if that's the way it is for you. Let me know. But for me, finances can be very stressful. And so having like a buffer of an emergency fund really helps me feel okay and sleep better and all of that, because I know I at least have like a little bit of cushion if something goes wrong, which inevitably at some point something will go wrong, you know? And then health is getting $2. The health budget is just for those days when I'm feeling sick, whether it's to pay for a copay to a doctor's or just for some noodle soup or, you know, whatever. It's nice to have that because, again, at some point, you're not going to feel your best. Subscriptions is $7. I have an assortment of different subscriptions for things. Most of it is for house goods, like laundry soap and toilet paper and things like that. And so I just save for that in here. So that finishes this binder. I did mention I want to get another one of these, and I haven't yet because this one and my second one, especially this one, they're so full. Like, you see, I save for so many things, which is a good thing because that makes that means this is working. But then it's a bad thing because these are kind of full. And as I get more money into it, you know, hopefully I will need more space. So I think I'm going to end up separating these into 3 different binders, which seems like a lot, but, you know, I'm saving just a few dollars at a time. So, birthdays. This is getting 8 this week. Is that 8? That is not 8. See, this is what I mean by basic math sometimes. I'm smart, but sometimes my brain is not with me. Put that into there. I don't have a lot of people have to save for, so thankfully that doesn't have to be as big as some people. But I like to try and get something for everyone in my life for their birthday. Holidays is getting 4. Ooh. If I keep hitting the camera and it nudges, I do apologize. I'm still trying to figure out a good setup. So like right now I'm kind of like sitting behind the camera. But I don't know. I feel like I maybe keep nudging it. So we'll figure this out. I'm slowly improving the quality of my videos. But this is only my second week, so, you know, give me some grace here. Auntie is getting 3. As I mentioned last week, my sister is pregnant, and so I just know at some point I will want to buy a gift for the baby whenever it gets here, so I'm starting to save for that. It's the first baby in our family, so we're pretty excited. Business is getting 3. I do run an Etsy shop, which is linked below, and it sells budgeting printables, but, you know, I have big plans, things I want to do. And we're slowly, as I find time, you know, working up to it. So I'm starting to save for, at some point I'll want something. I don't know what, but I'm sure I'll need to improve the quality of the stuff in my shop. And so I'm starting to save money for equipment. Christmas is getting 12, which it's kind of funny that that's like the most expensive thing on here. Equal with Debt Snowball, but, you know, I believe in living life and, you know, I pay my debt, but I'm just not as focused on paying off debt that I want to sacrifice things like buying Christmas presents for my loved ones. I do apologize if you hear noises outside. It sounds like the trash truck is here. So I may just wait a moment for it to finish getting the trash from outside of our apartment complex, and then I'll start back up. So just give me 1 second. Okay, it is such a good idea that I stopped recording because that seemed to last forever and I was so loud. But, you know, thank you for picking up the trash truck, but that is way too early in the morning for it to be that loud, in my opinion. Anyways, now that I'm done with that tangent, let's get just back into it. I'm almost done. So anniversary is getting 2. I know for some people that's not a lot, but we don't really do a lot for anniversaries. We're very low maintenance, relaxed, chill type of people. We kind of just go out for dinner and then maybe like go bowling or something like that. That's just what we do for anniversaries right now, because we're both low income, are struggling, financially. We don't really feel the need to try and spend a lot on some elaborate thing. We know we love each other. We don't need a huge anniversary. Vacay is 5. We're hoping to go on a vacation this year. We will see. It really just depends financially and time-wise with my boyfriend's graduate school. As I mentioned, they don't get a lot of time off. New glasses is 2. Knock on wood, I don't need new glasses anytime soon, but I know I will at some point, and it's important to start saving for that stuff now. I just got glasses for the first time last year, so I'm still not sure how often I need glasses or, things like that. So I'm just trying to start saving and be a responsible glasses owner, if you will. New car is getting 4. Again, knock on wood, my car is doing fine, but it is very old. It is 2006, so I am saving for the time when the time comes that I need a new car, because eventually that will happen. Ooh, that one is all bent up. New car, wow, new future pet. There we go. It has been a day already. Future pet is getting 3. My boyfriend really wants a pet, but we just don't. This is all messed up. We don't have the finances for it right now, so I would like to, maybe in the next year or 2, get a dog like he so desperately wants. Future baby is getting 2. We are not even married yet, so baby is not even a thought in our head, but babies are expensive, so it is important to start saving for that. I think, to me, the whole point of sinking funds is, like these things right here, they're not happening anytime soon, but they are things I want to happen eventually. They are dreams, they are life goals. And so that is one of the reasons why I like sinking funds and cash envelopes, is because I can start trying to make those goals a reality. Like the next one, future wedding. We want to get married here in the next couple of years. We have been together for what seems like forever, but we've struggled financially. Oh, I just nudged the camera. I'm sorry. We have struggled financially, and so we don't really feel like getting married right now because we can't afford a wedding, if that makes sense. So once he finishes graduate school and I finish my bachelor's here in the next year or 2, we would like to get married. That's kind of our first life goal after that, and weddings are so expensive. So I am starting to save for that, even though that is not a current thing and it is long term, but it is important to start saving for it. And then Disney is getting 3. This is separate from vacay because Disney is ridiculously expensive. And I'm hoping for us to go in maybe 2 years. That is kind of the goal I'm trying to manifest by putting it out there, on the internet. I would really like to take my boyfriend to Disney or Universal Studios, either one, because we've never really been to these big name parks. I've never been to Disney. He's never been to Disney. So it'd be really cool to go, but 2 people to go to Disney and actually do everything is thousands and thousands of dollars. So we are by no means there yet, but I would like to start saving for it. And then last is monthly, which, so I'm kind of making my own challenge. I like all the challenges people do, like the 52-week challenge and whatnot, but those take a lot of money and I just don't have the finances for it. So this is a low income challenge that I'm starting, I guess. It's not a cool name or anything, but $40 monthly is kind of what I'm doing. So $10 a week. And what is that math? If you do $10 a week, 52 weeks in a year, that's $520. This will go to help. I'm wanting to get a month ahead on bills and having just an entire month's worth of bills set in my bills account, and then each month I add the month after that. So this is kind of a way for me to get ahead on that, and it's fun to do little challenges like this. to see if I can make the money for it. So that's getting 10. And then this is just extra money from tips that I've kind of set over here for next week. So I hope you all enjoyed this. As I had mentioned, it's not a lot. I know it's really aesthetically pleasing to watch people cash budget, hundreds of dollars into these different categories. And I really hope one day I can do that. I'm working hard, during the day to pay our bills, and I'm working hard at night to try and get an Etsy store started, and to try and, I have all these different plans of side hustles I want to try to do to really get us going financially. I want 2022 to be the year that I make amazing changes to our financial life. And so this is just where we're starting, and there's no shame in it. There's no shame in only, making a couple $100s a week and trying to figure out a dollar at a time where everything goes. But I hope this inspires someone else who maybe doesn't have a lot of income to know that just because you don't make a lot doesn't mean you can't save for things that you want. Like, I am showing proof right here that you can make that money work for you. So with that being said, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next week.